Okay, this video is for World Radio 057 Mark out of rifle. This is one of your D-201s that you said fix. I replaced the faceplate with a used one because the S-meter dial was all scratched up, and I put a different S-meter in it because it was foobar. Other than that, it went pretty good. Here's the underside. There's all the 624 caps that I modified and put them in a little holder on the side. That's C5, another C5, and another C5 and a 624. I put them on those little standoffs. I ran a ground wire over here to the ground for the power lug. Here's the computer style connector that I put on it, and the two caps. And here's all the other stuff. I put on a little, I gotta look through my screen here. I put a little strap on there. That's the neutralization link. All has to be done is unsolder the back side, and then you disconnect the feed going to the final tube. And then here's a 25 watt 2.7 ohm resistor. I found them at Elliott's, and that, if I could flip it around, that says neutralization link, disconnect this link, and I'm pointing to that side. And then this resistor here, I've got wrote on it neutralization volt check, and it's got a little hook right there, and that's where you put your voltmeter on it to check your neutralization voltage. There's a cap there and a cap there. All these resistors over here have been replaced. That's been replaced, that one. And I put in a new on-off volume RTC switch, because that on-off part was intermittent. Boy, what a pain in the Heineken that was. Here's part of the mod to make the VFO work. As you can see, that resistor's been cut. I would have unsoldered it, but that's the way the previous mod was done. That diode right there is cut. And I'm not any good at making videos, so usually whenever I pause something, it quits the whole video. Now this AA board, I got the Nomad noise connector kit and unsoldered the board connection off of the board, the AA board, and down in there. And that's a new style connector because you could shake this thing and it would make all kinds of noise. And you can see the new caps. I wish I had it here. I'll use this as a pointer. These, I can get that away from that tube. Those two are new. That one, that one. Anything that's high watt, any electrolytic capacitors, that one, that one. The two down in here. And there's one down in there. And I got this handy little tool that puts a little bend in the resistor. You can see they're all off the board. Puts a little, come on, zoom down in there. Puts a little bend in it so it holds it up off the board. That cap, that resistor, the three down in here, I put cement resistors in there because them other ones are phony. Recap this board. There's the high dollar 10UF 500 volt cap. There's another one. And there's one up in there. And I believe there's a couple of them tucked up in there so far you can't hardly see them. There's another one there. It's kind of not the prettiest in the world in here. I left the original caps in place so they look like original. And out of the extra Tram parts radio, I put in a different selector. That one there would wobble back and forth. I just swapped out that whole crystal switch. And I had a problem. I was getting a carrier on sideband. So I was talking to Nomad, and he told me about the procedure to neutralize the tube. And I did all that, and I kept on getting a carrier on lower side. I cured it on the upper side. But this BA board is a borrowed board from Fixer. He sent me an extra board, and I stuck that in there, and that cured it. So we're all good there. I'm going to take just a second and wipe off my lens. I think I might have a little problem there. Anyway, I'm on 19 AM crystal. There's the dead key. Let's make it so we can do some modulation. Hello. And that's AM. I'm going to turn it to lower side. Oh, by the way, there's our frequency on AM. And here's lower side. Hello. I can't whistle. I could put my tone thing on here and tone it. Here's upper side. Hello. And then here's the manual side. It's set pretty close to channel 9. Hello. Hello. I should use another mic besides this D-104. Here's sideband on VFO. Hello. Damn near 13 watts. And then here's upper side. And this dial is pretty close on the dial. There's just about channel 1. Switch hands. Oh, well, got to get it off sideband. Can't check frequency like that. 26,964.5. It's a half off, but you can tune it. Now let's go up to 23. It's closest known frequency. It's a little high. Actually, it's a little low. Okay, we got our tone generator set up for channel 9. We'll switch over to the tone. Oh, there it was. There's our signal through the manual side and on channel 9. And then we're on crystal, about the same thing. We turn it to lower side, flip the tone on. Right about there's a hertz high. Oh, I'm sorry, that was upper side. Clarifier might be off just a scotch. Oh, let's go to manual. There's receiving on manual. Sorry if I'm not putting the camera on everything. I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. Now there's a hertz low. That's receiving on manual. Receiving on lower side. I just go through a few more things and I think it'll be good to go. Oh, over here. I'll tell you what, that new volume switch is tricky. So there you have it. Just a few more things and it'll be pretty much good to go. My little safety catch tool here. I didn't want to break these switches off, so I made it loop up over it and it holds the switch. I know you're not supposed to be doing that, but other than that, it's just about everything. Just got to get with Fixer, see what he wants for that board. Oh, and I got some hot glue on this so it don't turn, and also that one down there so it don't turn. That's your tuning for your manual side. So I think it's getting pretty close. Thanks for watching.